Good morning and welcome to Satellite Lake. As you can see, it's a very breezy day here at Satellite Lake. What I'd like to do today is do a flight with this wind using my V636 Skylark. I want to see how it performs, particularly on a windy day. I'm guessing we've got a wind about 10 miles per hour. Can it fly in a 10 mile per hour wind? We'll find out. I just wanted to go over real quick. One thing that I like about the design of the V636 is they placed the gears on top of the motor, with the motor pointed upward. That's great in that that's less prone to getting dirt inside the gears. So without further ado, let's see if this thing can fight this wind. Okay, binding the Skylark to its transmitter and turning off the lights. I don't need those. And I'm going to start off with 60% because of the wind. First of all, so you can go into the wind, and yes, it does very nicely. Oh yeah, you can fight that wind. And that's to be expected. A lot of WLToys are great quadcopters. Now this little quad, the V636, is really, in my opinion, not for beginners. It's really a nimble quad. It does have a slower yaw rate than most, but when you combine that yaw with aileron, it's very nimble. And yes, it can fight 10 mile per hour wind. And not out of sheer power. The H8C can also fight the 10 mile per hour wind, even with a Mobius camera attached, but that's because of the sheer power it has. This one is because they kept the, in the design, it's a really aerodynamic design. It's really slim, very low profile in the wind, so that you don't get much of a sail effect. Slow it down. Try to keep it a little closer here so you can see it. There it is, fighting 10 mile per hour wind. And it can move. Now this quadcopter is a clone of the, I guess, the Trax alias. There are other clones out there. I haven't compared the performance, whether there is any difference in performance between this and the other clones. Let's bring it a little closer. Can this flip in the wind? Yes, it can. Very well. Let's do that again. I'm going to send it further upwind. I'm going to have to go to 80% now. The wind's picking up even more. And bring it directly upwind from me so we can see this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover it and do flips as it's coming back. Go into hover. That's fun. The Trax Elliot or WLToys V636. I'm sorry. In a 10 mile per hour wind. Whoosh. At 80%. Very nimble quad. This is for you intermediates again. Beginners, I would not get this quad. This is a little too much for you. Too much for a beginner, but great for an intermediate. more round of flips. Come on, you can fight it. Now this quad is kind of like, somebody's mentioned it before, a V212 on steroids. I think it was semi-docky. Yeah, it is. It really does remind me of a very nimble V212. Well, it's just taking that thing away. Yeah, a lot of other quads would not be able to fight today's wind. But with this one, yeah, even if it's windy, you can go out and fly it. There we go. I was wondering when that battery would go. So, that is the V636 Skylark. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention, this comes with prop guards. I do not recommend those prop guards. I put those in yesterday. I was flying it, and I noticed they do induce a weird resonant vibration in the arms, because these arms are somewhat flexible. You don't want vibrations like that in a quadcopter because it really messes up your gyros. So I do not recommend installing the prop guards that come with this quadcopter. So, I hope you enjoyed that flight. Quadcopter 101, signing off on this windy day.